What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Super7 Toho Ultimates Destroyah. That's right, my zillions. The big, giant Destroyah figure is here. Destroyah for me. This figure has, the content is one figure with accessories. Do they need to put that there? I don't know if they need to put that there. But this is a pretty cool. I got this at Big Bad Toy Store. This counts for my Nebulous December releases, which means it came out in December and I couldn't get my hands on it in December. So for me, it is a 2024 release. More on that in my unboxing if you want to watch that and hear more about things I talk about in regards to that. But you know, that's not about that here in this review. Here in this review, we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty of this, what looks like an awesome figure. Could it be the best Destroyer figure? I don't know. That SH Monsteros is pretty awesome. But without any further ado, let's get to this review. And here is this beast of a figure. Oh my gosh. But first up, we're going to show you his accessories. We're going to do things a little differently from the last review. And he comes with two more splayed out open hands than he has right now. They do have a little bit of like a brown wash on the nails, which look really cool. And then the rest is done in like a lighter brown. Looks really nice. Really nice looking hands. Then we get this amazing open mouth head. Yes, Destroyah, like a lot of the other ones, does not have a jaw that closes. You get two separate heads. I'm fine with that. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. This one has a really nice horn. Really like that. You know, the three different colors on that look fantastic. There you go. You can see that pretty well. The yellow into the orange into the brown, which comes up off of the regular head. You got the little spikes on the sides there, which look fantastic. His teeth are pretty gnarly. You know, I did have a question about the teeth, if they were sloppy or not. I'm still having a little bit of a question about it because he does have gnarly teeth. But I don't know. I'm a little on the fence about the way they are done, but you know, your mileage will vary on it one way or the other. Yeah, I feel like some spots could be better, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure about that. The tongue looks pretty good. The yellow eyes look really good. There's a lot of black wash, as you can see, like on the ears and stuff. Looks really nice, and you got this more like orangey looking like spikes back here. I guess they're kind of sort of orange, like brick looking, maybe bricky orange. Is that a thing? Brick orange? I know there's brick red, but it's pretty good. It's a pretty good head overall. The sculpt is pretty phenomenal, that's for sure. I haven't actually tried to take off the head, so I'm not sure. Oh, nice and easy. Nice and easy, guys. Well, putting it on be good without like destroying my hands, because let me tell you, getting these wings in were killer. I'm gonna leave it at this. That's how it looks with that on, and it looks really nice. Probably the way you want to go, but you know, we're gonna check out the other head with that head on him and you know, see it a little more further. But we're not done yet with the accessories, because we get 3 Destroyah larvae. That's right. Look at these little bad boys. Gotta have 3. They look good. Really good. You know, molded in. Look at my fingers. Look at my fingers. From that thing. From the head. Oh my gosh. You got a brown wash over the red, which looks really nice. You got yellow in the middle. You got yellow eyes. Can you see that? We gotta zoom in for these little guys. Look at this. Really nice sculpt. Not articulated, but super cool looking. You got the little claws. The claws. I like it. They look phenomenal. see this last one. Really nice little things, honestly. So, excellent accessories here. Next up, let's do the articulation on this guy. The head moves around. This piece wants to move, but it doesn't really move. Then the waist moves like so. Oh no, his tail came out. That was a big pain in the butt. Then you have a shoulder that moves like so and can go upwards. You have a swivel at the bicep. You have a single jointed elbow. You have a joint at the wrist with a swivel. The legs go outwards. Can go like that too and back. This one feels a tad loose. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not like making them not stand or anything, but it's definitely a tad loose. Then the knees do bend fine, surprisingly. I would think something like this, probably not, but they do. The feet, you're not getting a ton of movement out of. And then the tail, it's sculpted on the inside, just so you know. Does have articulation on it, which is nice. Getting it back in without heat, maybe not so nice, but oh god, I hate this. Because this is gonna kill my hands. We'll do that off camera. And also, these wings do move, as well as these little ones. So, pretty good hinge and swivels on all 4 of them. So, overall, I'd say pretty decent articulation for this big guy. And like I said, this leg isn't. His tail fell out again. His leg, you know, the looseness there isn't really bothering it at all. All right, so with that all said, there's only one thing left to do, and that's transform it. No, sorry, wrong genre of toy. Let's take a look at this guy in full, shall we? I mean, first up, this thing is tremendous, obviously. Really, really big. Proportions are very, very interesting. It's got a weird way it kind of sits. You know, I've talked about this, I don't think in this video. Recording this in 2 parts here, so I already forgot what I said. But this, I know I said it in the unboxing, which you can check out for my initial thoughts and, you know, other things. This giant gap here is very odd to me. Not only that though, but this over here, like, looks very strange too. Like, it's, like, it feels like it's all sitting wrongly in here. Like, I don't know how well that's coming off in the video, but in real life, like, this leg feels higher up, and now this leg kind of doesn't, or it's this thing that's supposed to be lower. Something is off there. So there's a couple of spots there where it looks a little weird, and it's making them sit a little strangely. Like, do you see what I'm saying here? I mean, maybe it's not coming off as much because the way I see this gap, it may be differently than the way you see this gap. But my eye goes there. My eye goes here, and my eye goes here right away. So, you know, I can't unsee it. So, yeah, it's got a weird way about it, like, you know, joint-wise. But it looks really cool otherwise. Like, again, it's tremendous. And that's cool. And you know what? This just popped out. I thought it broke. Holy cow. Get in there. That's very tight on that side. But I do feel like maybe the wings look a little bit small all told. But yet again, it doesn't feel wrong, you know? So there's that. Let's talk about this head first and foremost. Now, this thing was well protected in the package, but by trying to, like, put on heads and wings and tails and stuff, I feel like I kind of, like, warped this a little bit, or maybe it was already warped, and I don't know. It looks a little weird, this horn, compared to the other horn, which looks pretty straight. Like, you see that? That's nice. This one is kind of pointing downwards. Where are we? That one's kind of pointing downwards just a little bit comparatively to this. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, I also have a slit in this eye of some sort in the paint. Like some brown in the yellow paint. See that? That's a bit of a bummer. Now, these teeth are also kind of like, as we say, a shangad here in Italian. Or Italian-American. But it's not terrible. It should be gnarly looking. So I don't really mind it that much. The ears look good. The side little spikes look really nice. I like the bone color they used. And the rest of the head sculpt is pretty good overall. On the back here, you know, you just got those horns again. Let's stick to the back. We got all this awesome plating that goes down the back here, which looks really, really cool. I didn't realize my light was like falling backwards and making it darker than it needed to be. Really nice paint and sculpt on this. Looks very, very good going all the way down to the tail. You see the blacks and the browns look very, very nice. I love the sculpt throughout. It's beautiful. There's no doubt about it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous sculpt. Bottom of the tail here looks amazing. I love the end of Destroyah's tail. Looks phenomenal. The wings look real good too. I like them. I like the little set here. Real nice. Nice sculpt and paint. Big ones look tremendous. Very demonic. That's what Destroyah is. You know, like, I can't recall if Godzilla versus the Devil was one of the things that led into this, because that's the devil, right? Like, if you made a kaiju devil, it's Destroyah, right? It looks real good. I love this big wing. I love how it kind of comes in and out here, like back and forth. Wavy. It's wavy, but it looks good. It looks imposing from the back. Like, if you look at Destroyah all told, man, that's pretty imposing back. Like, that looks incredible. Really, really nice. I mean, absolutely stunning. Wings, back, all of that. Big, giant spikes on the shoulder. Looked really cool. We got little spikes there all around. On this tremendous, like, shoulder pad. Looks really awesome. Then the rest of the arms coming out of it look really cool. Again, you got the armor bits here and here. Beautiful. The hands here look very, very nice. They're not as open as the other ones, but I think they look real good too. I mean, if you were gonna just keep them like this, you could, you know, like, they just look cool. You never have to change them out. Just nice. They're open already. I dig it. So arms look fantastic. There's the other side. Then we go down the neck here. Again, awesome armor plating there. And that was, you know, dark browns and blacks. And then you got yellow in the middle here of the chest, which looks real good. I like it a lot. Very, very nicely done. Sculpt down here in the Krajiji section. Looks tremendous. A lot of little spikes. Yikes. Looks very, very good. What is going on there? I don't know. And then the legs. Big, chunky, spiky, really nice sculpt paint all around. Nothing to complain about. Love the knee spikes. They look fantastic. Beautifully done going down to the bottom of the legs. Now the knees, really, like underneath the knees, you just get the joints and stuff. And again, we looked inside there. And this side, yeah, it's sitting weirdly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you barely see anything on this side, but you see a lot in there. But the lower legs look real good. I like them a lot. Love, again, the spikes. The colors are beautiful. The bone color is chef's kiss. Beautiful. Really, really, really nicely done. And the little brown wash on them look great. The bottom of the feet look nice. The back heel spike looks fantastic. Again, these armors look just like, they look like armor. He looks like he's wearing armor, you know? A really cool thing about Destroyah always was that. So up and down, all around, I think Destroyah looks pretty fantastic, honestly. You know, slight nitpicks and complaints, and sits weird in spots and this and that. But overall, he's such a beast of a kaiju, and I think, you know, listen, there's no doubt about it. You get this in hand, you're gonna be like, that is a, you know, $100 plus figure. I mean, you're gonna have no doubt about it. And I've said this from day one. I have. And I'm glad people are starting to finally realize it. But the Super 7, Ultimates, Toho Ultimates, are worth their price. They are huge, chunky figures. And what are you going to sell them for? You can't sell them for peanuts. Now, wait for all the deals in the world. Yes, I'm never going to fault anybody. But they're getting better, and it's obvious, and it's awesome to see, because, you know what? The little bit of tweaks, and the things that are making these two last figures awesome are the things that I feel like are gonna be like, oh yeah, they're worth. Everybody is already jumping on board. Godzilla -1 is sold out. 1200 degrees Celsius Godzilla sold out everywhere I've seen now. Like even where I got it at BBTS. Now I've looked since recording that review to this review. These things are selling out now because it's like, I mean, they all they needed was slightly more paint, and there you go. Boom, you got it, and there's no way you can say these figures are not worth it. They were worth it before, honestly. But everybody was all up and crazy right from the beginning about them. And now you can see why. They are just awesome. This figure is awesome, as well as the Godzilla was. So, really, really cool to see. Yeah. Oh, look at it. Just look at it. And for your size comparison, here is Destroyah with the Godzilla in question. It is an awesome Godzilla. I really, really like it. Of the two, which one I like more? I think I like the Godzilla more because it's just something different than what we have. But I think this Destroyah is pretty phenomenal too. And here it is with their massive Mecha Godzilla 93 from the last wave. I do like the Mecha Godzilla. The Garuda has a little bit of a problem staying on, as soon as you start fiddling with it, it does separate. But otherwise, I mean, they look pretty good together. He's big, man. He's big. I think he's too big, but it is pretty cool, too. And last but not least, here it is with the SH Monstars. And I've always loved this SH Monstars. This is the original one, by the way. I never got the repainted one. And there was a time period where it's like, and I still really don't care for all the repaints, the redos, the reissues. This one's still really awesome, but I gotta tell you, man, I'm way more into this. Now, this guy doesn't have the big gaps and stuff, and he's got that advantage. And it's amazing. It's one of the best SH Monstars, honestly. But I don't know, something about this new Super 7 really does it for me. And my final thoughts, yeah, this is a cool figure. I mean, there's some flaws here. There's some definite flaws. But, I mean, gosh, look at this thing. I don't know, guys, like, I personally have always dug these big, chunky figures, and that's why I've gravitated a lot towards the Super 7 stuff, especially when it comes, like, not every one of their figures, I'll be honest, like, for the most part, like, their human figures don't do much for me. Like, when I was reviewing some of the Power Rangers, I was just like, I don't know, they're alright. I'd rather have, like a real 1/12 scale figure when it comes to human figures, but, like, this type of stuff, some of the Transformers stuff they've done, the Zords, they've been really, really cool. I love this style of figure. I don't care that it has less articulation than the SH Monstars. And you guys know, I love SH Monstars. Some people, call me a shill for them. And then some people call me a shill for these. So it's like, what's it gonna be, guys? Because they're very different styles of figures. You know what the answer is? The answer is I like figures. And I'm not afraid to say it. I like this figure. I think it's cool. It's got flaws, but flaws, like, don't make me hate a figure. They don't. This is awesome. I'm just gonna say it. This is awesome. It's big, it's chunky, even with kind of a loose leg and a weird little, gap there. It still stands well. It's like, I don't know, it's cool. He's evil. and he's good, and he looks good. What else do I need? Nothing. Honestly, nothing. So, we wait. Mogera and Space Godzilla are coming up next. You know, I can't wait for them, because I think they're going to be cool. Haven't seen, you know, them at, like, NYCC and Toy Fair yet. But this is phenomenal. If you can get your hands on this at the time of the recording, and you're going to see it the same day, this is still available at BBTS, and not many places else. So if you want to get on board and get this, get it. It's about 110 bucks, give or take. Well worth it. Huge, chunky, heavy figure. You're going to like it a lot. And there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Until next time, peace out, peeps.